I never brought up really and never really discussed why you were not at Kobe Bryant's memorial service.
The day Kobe Bryant died, the world stopped. A public outpouring of grief unlike anything seen before. His memorial service at the Staples Center was a somber, emotional farewell, a gathering of legends and loved ones. But behind the raw tears and heartfelt eulogies, a different story was unfolding. The guest list, or rather the band list, told a tale of unforgiven feuds, shattered trusts, and a family's protective, sometimes brutal loyalty. Not everyone who wanted to say goodbye was allowed, and the reasons will shock you. First, the face of the NBA, the man who dropped 29 points the night before Kobe's tragic helicopter.
I never brought up really and never really discussed why you were not at Kobe Bryant's memorial service. I never really brought up or discussed why you did not attend Dwayne Wade's Hall of Fame induction when that man was directly responsible for you capturing a championship for the first time in your career.
Crash, passing him on the all-time scoring list. What if I told you LeBron James was never supposed to be at the funeral? According to close sources within the Lakers organization, Vanessa Bryant allegedly made a decision that stunned team management. LeBron would not be invited to Kobe's memorial. Why? She believed LeBron made Kobe's last night about himself. The speculation intensified after Stephen A. Smith delivered a blistering commentary on LeBron's absence from major events, implying a pattern of disrespect. Fans online circulated theories, jealousy, ego, or just two alphas clashing over legacy. One user wrote, "LeBron made Kobe's night about LeBron. It was supposed to be a torch passing, not a torch stealing." And then there's the silence from LeBron himself. The king, who never misses a chance for a heartfelt Instagram tribute, went dark. No tweets, no captions, no public eulogy. People noticed LeBron's absence from the public mourning, and when pressed in an interview, he brushed it off, saying, "I mourn in private." But was that the real reason? ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith further chimed in, "You were out of the country on business. I didn't bring that up. That's your personal business." Others defended him, arguing the rift was exaggerated, but Stephen A.'s words remain haunting. He chose not to bring these things up out of respect. But now, they're all anyone can talk about. LeBron's absence wasn't just about one player missing one ceremony. To many fans, it symbolized a fractured brotherhood, a moment where ego overtook empathy. League execs reportedly pushed for a reconciliation moment to be staged at the funeral. It never happened. Was it pride? Was it pain? Or was it punishment? We may never get the full truth, but LeBron James being disinvited from Kobe Bryant's funeral changed the way many fans viewed him forever. And what happened next would shock everyone.
When Kobe Bryant died, a piece of me died.
He shared the court, the championships, and a legendary feud with Kobe. But when the day came to say goodbye, Shaquille O'Neal was nearly turned away at the door. Shaq, Kobe's ring mate, the Diesel, a three-time NBA champion alongside the Black Mamba himself. But in a twist nobody saw coming, Shaquille O'Neal wasn't on the original guest list for Kobe Bryant's memorial. According to a now-deleted post from a Lakers staffer, Vanessa Bryant initially left Shaq off the list entirely. The reason? Years of unresolved tension, some of which remained buried even after their infamous feud was publicly squashed. Let's rewind. Kobe and Shaq's rivalry wasn't just a clash of egos, it was war. Locker room jabs, press conference shade, diss tracks. At one point, the two couldn't be in the same room without someone having to break up a shouting match. And although they eventually reconciled publicly, insiders claimed Kobe's family never forgot the toll that feud took on Kobe mentally and emotionally. According to Lakers insider Arash Markazi, some in Kobe's inner circle felt Shaq never truly apologized. But Shaq wasn't going to miss his little brother's farewell. Multiple sources close to the Lakers organization say Shaq personally reached out to Vanessa, offering to deliver a speech, but was initially declined. Only after Kobe's parents intervened, reminding Vanessa of the years Shaq and Kobe built the Lakers dynasty, did she reluctantly agree. And when he did, it was unforgettable. Sometimes, like immature kids, we argued, we fought, we bannered, or insulted each other with offhanded remarks. But make no mistake, even when folks thought we were on bad terms, when the cameras were turned off, he and I would throw a wink at each other and say, "Let's go whoop some ass." Shaq brought the house down with that one line. There's no I in team, I know, but there's an ME in that mother. It was classic Kobe. It was classic Shaq. But beneath the laughter, the room felt the weight of regret. Many fans reacted with shock that Shaq wasn't already set to speak. One user tweeted, "If Shaq had to ask to attend, this family feud goes deeper than we ever imagined." After the memorial, Shaq spoke to ESPN, revealing the emotional toll Kobe's death took on him. "I lost a brother, a teammate, and a piece of my soul. But the real tragedy, they had only just started talking again, and Kobe's sudden death snatched away their chance at a full reconciliation. Still, Shaq got his moment. He got to say goodbye. Others weren't so lucky.
Our family has been such Laker fans, and it's brought us together just watching games together, and just how inspirational Kobe has been for us. So it's really hard right now."
Next, a former MVP, a teammate turned rival, and one of the most shocking revelations of all. He was warned, if you show up, you'll be escorted out. Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was once seen as Kobe's successor, a superstar big man with freakish athleticism and a permanent smile. But when he came to the Lakers in 2012, that smile quickly faded. Kobe didn't respect him, didn't trust him, and according to insiders, never forgave him. So when Kobe passed away and Dwight posted a long Instagram tribute, fans assumed he'd be at the funeral. But behind the scenes, sources say Vanessa Bryant personally instructed event security to be on alert. If Dwight Howard shows up uninvited, escort him out. It was a brutal blow, and it wasn't without reason. Their feud was public, ugly, and personal. During one infamous game, Kobe was caught on camera calling Dwight Howard the softest big man he'd ever played with. In Kobe's own words, "He's soft, I know what he is, you can't do nothing with me." The fallout from that moment echoed for years. Teammates claimed Kobe viewed Dwight as lazy, unserious, and disloyal. He wasn't just annoyed, he was insulted. So when the time came to honor the Mamba, Dwight was left off every guest list. And according to ESPN reporter Ramona Shelburne, he wasn't even told the funeral date until the day of. Fans noticed and reacted harshly. A now viral Reddit thread with over 10,000 upvotes called it Kobe's final block. Even in DM death, Kobe kept Dwight out of the paint. Dwight, to his credit, has tried to move forward. In a later interview, he said, "I wasn't expecting anything. I mourned my own way. I loved Kobe. He didn't always love me back, but I loved him anyway." Still, being barred from the building speaks volumes about how deep that resentment ran. And it wasn't just a grudge from Kobe. It was a message from the Bryant family. Not everyone who wore the jersey earned the Mamba's respect. But the next exclusion would leave even devoted fans scratching their heads. Next, one of the game's greatest scorers, a Hall of Famer and a man who claims he was erased from Kobe's story, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony and Kobe Bryant had history. Drafted just 7 years apart, fierce Olympic teammates, close friends. But in 2020, when Kobe's funeral was held at Staples Center, Carmelo Anthony was nowhere to be found. And according to Melo himself, that wasn't by choice. In a since-deleted segment from his podcast, Melo dropped the bombshell. "I wasn't invited. I waited for the call. I never got it. It hurt. It hurt like hell." For Melo, this was personal. He and Kobe had formed a deep friendship during their time with Team USA. In a clip from the Redeem Team documentary, Melo praised Kobe for his legendary 4 a.m. practice routine in Beijing. But despite that bond, he was iced out. When questioned by GQ Sports, a Bryant family representative declined to comment on why certain players weren't invited. But a source close to the event planning team revealed that Vanessa wanted only family and true brothers. And while she respected Melo, she didn't see him as family. Fans were stunned. Twitter lit up with posts like, "Melo carried Kobe's shoes in 2008. This is how y'all repay him?" Even Stephen A. Smith, who rarely goes soft, admitted, "I was surprised Melo wasn't there. Really surprised." Melo stayed mostly silent afterward, but during an emotional moment on All the Smoke, he hinted at lingering pain. "That funeral showed me who's real and who wasn't." For someone once called Kobe's favorite wing scorer, being excluded felt like a betrayal. But as we'll see next, one man's story was even more heartbreaking. He played side by side with Kobe in purple and gold, only to be shut out by his own past.
Nick Young, Swaggy P, the lovable clown prince of Los Angeles. Nick Young wasn't just a former Laker, he was a fan favorite. But when Kobe died, Nick wasn't invited. In fact, he was reportedly blacklisted. Why? 2 words: D'Angelo Russell. Let's not forget Nick Young was at the center of one of the biggest locker room scandals in Lakers history. A secretly recorded video from rookie guard D'Angelo Russell went viral, exposing Nick admitting to cheating on his fiancée, Iggy Azalea. The fallout was nuclear. Trust was shattered, the locker room imploded, and Kobe? He was livid. In an interview just days after the scandal broke, Kobe didn't hold back. That's not Laker basketball. That's not manhood. Kobe saw the whole ordeal as a violation of team code. In his eyes, Nick brought shame to the Lakers' name. And according to TMZ Sports, Kobe told team officials, "Swaggy's out. I don't want to see him again." So when it came time to plan the memorial, Vanessa didn't even consider including him. A source close to the family said Nick Young represented everything Kobe tried to change in the Lakers locker room. Swaggy P later posted a cryptic Instagram story on the day of the memorial. "They never loved me, FR, but I still lit a candle for my dog, RIP 24. The comment section erupted. Some fans showed love. Others told him to stay out of it. But one thing was clear. Nick Young had become a symbol of the post-Kobe Lakers, a chaotic era filled with drama and failure, and Kobe wanted nothing to do with it. Still, it begs the question, how many of these bans were Kobe's wishes, and how many were Vanessa's revenge? You won't believe what happened next.
Matt Barnes was blocked after calling out the family. Matt Barnes was known for his fire, his defense, and his ride-or-die attitude. He and Kobe had mutual respect, but Matt also made the one mistake you never make with Kobe's family. He spoke publicly about them. In a 2018 interview, Barnes implied that Kobe and Vanessa had problems the world didn't see. That alone was enough to draw a hard line. When the funeral came, Matt Barnes wasn't there. And when asked why on all the smoke, he kept it brief. "I guess I said too much." Sometimes respect means silence.
Finally, Ron Artest, now Meta World Peace, didn't even know the date. He hit one of the biggest shots in Lakers history. He stood by Kobe through thick and thin. But somehow, Ron Artest was never officially invited to the private memorial. In an Instagram Live from 2021, Meta admitted, "I found out about it after the fact, but I didn't feel any way. It's Kobe. That's my brother forever." He didn't take offense, but fans sure did. Wait, Meta wasn't even told? Man, this whole thing was politics. Sometimes the people who stood with you in the fight get left out of the parade. Meta didn't need a seat to say goodbye. He carried his farewell every day. The Staples Center Memorial was a celebration of love, a testament to a legend. But beneath the surface, it was also a reflection of raw emotion, unresolved conflicts, and a family's unwavering, sometimes unforgiving loyalty. The guest list was a secret window into Kobe's complex world, and the names absent spoke volumes. What surprised you most about the players who were banned? And what other untold stories do you think still linger from that emotional day?